Hello and welcome to ThePrint. The German embassy earlier today held a conversation on diversity in diplomacy, and as a part of that, Indonesia's first female ambassador to India, Mrs. Ina Krisnamurthi, was one of the panelists, and I have her here with me today. Thank you, Your Excellency, for joining ThePrint. My first question to you is, being the first female ambassador to India from Indonesia, what is it that the role sort of built you in, over your time here? What do you see?
My time here is very interesting because now I'm almost finishing my third year. My first year here was G20 Indonesia presidency, and 2023 is more interesting because India was the G20 presidency. And interestingly, for me, most importantly, because India is the champion of this issue called gender-led development. Because in the past, we never talk about women-led development. We always talk about gender empowerment, women empowerment, but never ever connecting the dots between the women and development. So it's been very interesting to understand, and we discussed that on the stage about how women can be the leader of development, and as well, in particular, women leader in foreign policy and diplomacy. Yeah.
Right, and like you said, you've had 2 exciting years here. Now it's your third. Our Prime Minister Modi is going to Laos on 10th and 11th for the East Asia Summit. Indonesia, India, lot of discussions, good relations. How do you see the conversations moving forward with ASEAN, Laos, and Indonesia specifically at the East Asia Summit?
For Indonesia, we are celebrating the 75 years bilateral relations with India this year. And we are now currently a comprehensive strategic partner. And we have done a lot in that regard, but I see that we still have many potentials to be tapped into, especially when it comes to development, as India is the champion in the energy sector. When we discuss about ASEAN, of course, if you remember last year, Prime Minister Modi went to Jakarta for ASEAN-India Summit as well as East Asia Summit. In the midst of his busy schedule preparing the G20 Summit. So we thank and commend Indian government, and in particular the Prime Minister, to make strong effort to be there at the EAS and ASEAN-India Summit. And this year, more importantly, because India is celebrating the 10 years anniversary of Act East policy, we are hoping that after 12 points that PM Modi presented during the ASEAN-India Summit, he will elevate that idea and translate the 12 points into something more concrete and doable.
Right. My last question, ma'am. I remember sometime late last year on certain ties between Indonesia and India, you said, we have to wait till the elections in Indonesia are done before certain deals would go forward. Discussions on Sabang port, which you were a key member of. The elections are done in both India and Indonesia. So where now do you see these ties? Is there any time frame or these ties moving faster now?
So the new government, the president-elect will be inaugurated this month, 20th of October, and the cabinet, there is an indication that he will try his best to inaugurate the cabinet right after his inauguration. So we're hoping to see more concrete in the near future of the policy or strategy or priority and focus for the new government in the near future.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking with ThePrint.